Caribbean News Blast. In the studio with me today is Vohn. In Facebook we know her as Victorious Vohn. And I'm going to have you tell them your official name, your government name, so to speak.
Well, my mom gave me Vohn Vanessa Edwards, but the registered name in St. Vincent is Vanessa Edwards. And so over the years, everybody know me as Vohn, but they're surprised when I say it's Vanessa. So that's where
that came from. So you like to be called, you prefer to be called Vohn.
Vohn.
Now I'm going to move the story along to a certain point. Vohn is a designer. She designed a special set of hats that are really hitting it big. We're going to talk about the hats and where she got that talent from. But to move the story along so that we can get up to the hats and how you came to start designing these hats. You grew up you're from St. Vincent and the Grenadines,
right.
A little island in the Caribbean, and you're specifically from a town called Barrowley or
Baga.
Baga.
Yeah.
Right. If you go to St. Vincent and you take a transportation and you say, I want to go to Baga, everybody know where that is. And I'm from there as well. You know, I wasn't born there, but I went there at the age of 8. You grew up there with your grandmother, Mother Crease. Everybody from Baga, you know Mother Crease. She was a very good designer, very talented lady, which would probably explain where this talent came from. And you and your sister lived there because your mom had moved to Montreal to make a life for the family.
Yes.
And that's not unusual in the Caribbean community that we move on. The mothers move to America, to England, to Canada to pave the way and make a better life for their children. And they'll leave them behind with a granny or with a great aunt or somebody. And that is to, until they can get solid footing and then bring the children. So you moved in 1975 with your sister to join your mother in Montreal. And there came a point where you had a son, you bought a house, the typical Caribbean person, we always have to buy a house because we're not apartment people. We are used to, it could be a small and very modest house, but we are house people. We're used to a house and a yard, and so this whole apartment living on each other, that's not going to cut it, the average Caribbean person. So you bought this house, and life is going good, you have a son. And as most teenagers, he became a little bit rebellious.
Yeah.
And you made a choice, you said at that point. You said, I could keep the house or I could get rid of the house and rescue my son.
Exactly.
So he doesn't go into the system. And you did that. So now I'm going to, I brought it up to this point. So tell us now what happened in your life, how you came to start designing these hats and some of the things you went through.
Well, being an ambitious or overachiever person, I went back to university. I didn't go to university. I went to college and I said, okay, well, I want to make a profession in dealing with, considering what I went through, I wanted to study human relations, which deals with any facets in any business. I can work in any area, specializing in human relation. And I was doing well, and the problems persisted. So
with your son?
With my son and other problems. So then they said, they actually came to me and said, I think you need to take a break, because at this point there were about 5 or 6 deaths in my family, including my grandmother's. It was the year my grandmother passed away as well, and I was very close to her. I was always in contact with her. And so I did take the break. And at the same time, I had gotten involved with someone, not seeing that this person was wrong for me. I went.
Most of us women.
Right? I went because, you need your shining armor kind of thing. And it's not a good time to get involved with anybody.
Right.
So anyway, we ended up going to Antigua. And this was where I discovered my hats.
So how did you discover these hats?
Well, people are always challenging me when they see I'm wearing something that I made. And they'll say, well, can you do this?
So you can also sew garments?
Yeah, well, I made my outfits.
Oh,
okay. So
Randy really passed over those creative genes.
I do leggings, I can just make them. I even, now with the natural products happening, I created the natural textile packaging for different products, which when I tell you more of the story of my hats, the other area I'm interested in, organic natural products for the hair and etc. So, and I had a dream about it as well.
Okay.
So someone challenged me to do something for their locks, because I never really grew my hair very long. So I wore these little skull caps, and even when I had braids, I would have them over my braids, long braids, whatever. So they said, can you do something similar for my locks? And I started attempting to do different things, and I came up with that. Wow. So when I went into town, usually, I would have some with me, until to the point they start calling me the hat lady. Oh, look, the hat lady over there. So it was a hit. So when I came back to Montreal now, I decided to go in some competitions there. which is another story,
So,
took another direction.
Right,
Yeah.
that took a bad turn from what you told me.
Yeah.
So you went to a competition and you presented a business plan and you competed.
Yes.
And some of the people involved in that, we're not going to call names,
Right.
but they stole your ideas.
Yes.
Even the name that you were going to give to your business.
I still use, if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see the background thing says inheritance, natural products. Because that's, I said I'm going to keep it there because it's really mine. Because it came to me, it was my God-given gifts, and the name came to me like that. So I wasn't going to let go, and I'm still not going to let go of it. I don't have the funds to go into what it's supposed to be, what God gave me to do with it.
Right.
So right now I have the name, and I know what I need to do. They didn't get all of it. They got my business plan, but they did as much as they could.
So was giving them the business plan part of?
It's to get the funding, because that's what it was about.
So it was under the guise of, I'm going to help you get funding, present your business plan, and the idea is then grabbed.
Yes.
Oh wow. You see, a lot of young people who are listening to this.
I need people to learn this. They have to be very careful.
You need to be careful. You need to be careful.
Yeah.
I had a similar experience, but I'm not going to get into this. This is your
There are a lot of vultures out there, and like, you know what? When you get an idea, sometimes you feel you need to go outside, but God is not going to give it to you without the way of doing it. But you have to be patient, and that's what I've learned. You have to be patient, and there's going to be signals to tell you when to move.
When it's right.
Yes. So with me, I think I was too anxious, so excited about it that my antennas were down. But at the same time, I did pick up some things, because I did notice that this individual, she just came into the competition at the last minute. I noticed how the guy was doing the video, because there was also like a presentation. He asked me if he could video, and I said as long as I get a copy. I never got my copy.
Right.
And then when she presented, she was speaking like she was me. The same words I used about the natural hair movement, because I did all the research. I was doing the research since 2008, you know, and it wasn't in Montreal yet. Nobody was really interested in the natural hair. And my hair was always natural, from bald to twist to, you know.
You're a natural girl.
Exactly. I don't even wear makeup. So
and you're beautiful. You don't need it. You have beautiful features.
So she couldn't really sell it because it wasn't her personality, but she was trying to reflect that. Like, basically they whitewashed it because she was mixed and from an African country. He figured he's doing a marketing thing to make it that she can attract like the white population. Because I mentioned also for those, because there's a lot of people who adopt black kids and don't know how to take care of their hair. So it would have been like the idea of inheritance was to have a salon where you can find my hats and other products that's helpful and information. Like there would be like functions like every now and then that will talk about the products and where you can find the products, etc., and how to really take care of your natural self.
So your idea went beyond just the hats.
Right.
Your idea was we're going to sell
Natural
hats,
lifestyle.
we're going to have natural, promote a natural lifestyle to how to take care of your hair in a healthy way and so forth and so forth. And they got this idea. So now you're trying to revamp your business to get it going again. So we're going to talk about some of these hats because your hats came about because somebody needed something for locks.
Yes.
But it
went, oh my gosh, it went all over. Because in Montreal, when I went to talk about because I also did a competition in the white community, and they loved it. And I mentioned people with chemo, people who were jogging.
Alopecia. A lot of us black women who love to braid their hair and get alopecia.
I had problems with my scalp too. So
you're going to jog and you need something to catch the sweat.
If you want to be in the house and somebody's coming over, you know.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah. And
sometimes
you don't want to bother with your hair.
Yeah, you don't want all of this.
Exactly.
You just want to put something on.
Exactly.
So this time really
go to
really
the gym.
Great.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
Even those people who have weaves and braids and stuff like that, because it protects it from getting all knotted up and stuff like that.
So let's go to your first model of this hat. So we have a little head model here.
Yeah.
So it has like an extra thing back here. Do you do something with this?
Well, this is just when you have a lot of locks, right?
Oh, okay, I got you.
It has the room. But I also have some smaller ones.
Okay.
Right? So
we're going to move this one off and go to one of the smaller ones.
Hold on, I'm just going to bring that up. So this is a shorter one.
So if you don't have a bunch of locks,
yeah.
okay, you just take that off and you got this. And it has a little, and it has the, wait, hold on. So it has a little, like the little headband like.
Yeah.
Right. So if you
So
saw
your
that in
hair
the
would be
gym-
in up there, because like the model doesn't have any hair.
Okay.
And if you don't have much hair and you have that size, it wraps up like that. You know, like you
Or
could
can
tuck
you
it
just
in.
knot it to something? Or
No,
just-
it goes in.
Okay,
When you
just
have
goes
your
in.
hair, it will go
Okay,
in.
go in.
Like,
Okay.
okay, I can maybe just put one on to show you. That's I'll take off my wrap. See my, I can even brush my hair.
That's okay.
So, okay, let me use this one, because this outdoor I'm wearing doesn't go with that, but it doesn't matter.
There's
Oh,
a-
here, here's a green one.
there's a green one, yeah.
Okay, it's a big long one, but you'll see that what I mean.
Mhm.
So I put it on.
Mhm.
Okay,
Oh.
and then
Oh. Oh, I like this. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, oh, okay. So let me do, okay, let me, wow.
you can put one on.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll put one on here. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna put one on a model.
it's harder to do it on the model. That's why I did it, because
Right,
you know the
okay.
model is thing. Yeah. So you can like it doesn't even look like it's the big long one. It looks like it's just a little
Yeah.
skull cap right now.
Yeah. Okay, I can just get a little,
Yeah.
with a real head, it will fit better. Okay.
And then I came up with the ideas with those who wants like some colorful wraps. Like you have the extra piece attached,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could tie it around however you want it. You know. So
So let's try one of those. And our little head person here. Okay.
okay. So you can do like just a little tie in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could also wrap it around.
Right,
you
right.
could do different things with
Different
this.
style with this.
Yeah. So meanwhile, you have a lot of hair. Those
Because
women with a lot of hair.
head, my
it
head
would-
doesn't have any hair,
right.
so.
you know how tiring it is to wrap all that fabric, and
Yeah.
sometimes it tightens your skull, and you
Oh, I like
can't
these.
breathe properly. This will take away that, and it's comfortable. Sometimes you might even forget you have it on your head.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Oh, this is nice. Okay. So this is really good. This is really good because now I feel like when we're done with this show, I want you to get me about one in every color.
Okay, great.
Okay, I'm serious.
Yeah.
When I'm done, I want to get one like in every color you could think about, because different outfit, different things. I'm all about making my life simple.
Yes.
At this
Yeah,
point. And I don't want all the hair thing and go fix it up
Exactly.
every minute. And I don't want all of that. I just want to be able to grab something, throw it on my head, out the
And
door.
you understand, being an entrepreneur, you don't have time to do hair, you know? So that's why I keep my hair low, because I really don't have time. And I'm cutting my nails grow very fast. I don't bother with the nail thing. I just clip them off, low. They grow really fast. Like within a week, my nails are out there. I don't have time for that, because I have to go look for the fabric, go for the thread, cut, clean up. The day
Right.
goes, there's no time in the day to do anything. Then I have to do my marketing stuff. I have to look for maybe potential distributors, which is very difficult, because
Distributors for to distribute your
but I
clothes,
have,
your
like,
clothing, yeah.
they don't understand. Like, I cannot be sending one dozen, doing all this to send 1 dozen, and then like, if, for example, I'm in Montreal and you're in New York, you should be able to get like 5 other places in New York City that is interested in 2 or 3 dozens. Then if someone is interested, they come together and they buy like say 12 dozens.
Right.
It would be helpful. I can bring the prices down wholesale.
Wholesale, right.
And then we could continue. So part of this too project is to encourage other people to be entrepreneurs, because if you get involved, you can also find ways to think, or if you have an idea based on your clientele, I'm willing to work, because I love solving problems.
So if somebody's
Creatively.
watching this show now,
Yes.
and they want to be able to order these hats, they say, listen, I want a dozen, I want every imaginable color. I want 2 dozens, every imaginable color. Can we order online? Is there a number to call you? Is there email to email?
Well,
you?
right now, Facebook I have to use. I just set up a Etsy
Etsy account. Okay.
I haven't been able to go back and change the product. I just put the older ones on there for now. But that can be used, Etsy, and it's called Vohn. The shop is called Vohn.
Okay.
Right?
So on Etsy, what do they do for Etsy? How do they reach you on Etsy? What's the
You can order it on there.
Mhm.
Okay, you can order by one, but wholesale, you can contact me. My number from Montreal is on there as well.
Give us your number.
Okay, my number it's for area 438-990-5306.
Repeat.
438-990-5306.
Okay.
So and also
you have an email address?
yes, my email address is vohn.v.e@gmail.com.
So VOHN
V for
dot V,
Vanessa,
right.
.e, which is Edwards, at gmail.com.
So Vohn.e.
.v.e
Let me start over. Vohn.v.e
at
at
gmail.
gmail.com. And that's the email address if somebody, and you
Yes.
gave the number. And so they'll be able to get your,
The
you and be able
information
to order.
about, right.
And so you would do what? You would get the stuff and pack it up and
And ship it wherever you want it.
Mhm.
So,
Where
yeah.
you want, where
yeah.
the person wants it. Okay.
Whether it's in the States, Canada, UK. The UK, there are people interested, but then like again, it's very expensive shipping, and it would have to be like maybe someone who's a distributor already get involved. If somebody's interested, that's great.
Right.
I could send to the Caribbean. There's someone in Grenada who's interested, and I have a talk with the person who told me about him. When I go back to Montreal, I'm supposed to talk to
him.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that's just some idea of how we could, and hopefully we could start seeing this in stores in the States and people can just buy them. But in the meantime, when we finish, I want a dozen at least.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I definitely want a dozen. So we're gonna be talking because I'm a simplified. I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother. I work a full-time job. I have a business.
Yeah, you get busy, so
This is not all I do. You know what I mean? So I'm a writer. I'm a publisher. I'm always moving, and so I don't have a lot of time with styling. This gets a little tired sometimes, and you just want to throw something on and bounce, right? So we're gonna talk.
The other part of the product, which I have a client, he took all that I got him, but I think I have one. So some people like to have their locks come out, which I had developed this a while before you see those ones that are coming in. So when it goes in and here comes tighter, so the locks doesn't go all over the place, because some people work in jobs that they don't want to get caught up in something, but at the same time they don't want it all over the place.
So let me just demonstrate now.
Yeah.
So the locks will be coming out like this.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so you'll have this. I'm just gonna get a little creative here. And here's the locks coming out.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I hear that. Okay. Very easy. And like I said, a lot of women, especially black women, you're suffering from a lot of overbraiding of hair, alopecia. There are people of whatever race who have issues with thinning hair. Some of them it's because of medication. Some of them high blood pressure medication will thin your hair out. But it's that or a heart attack. So you do what you have to do. You have people who, just maybe a genetic component, they have thinning hair. So these are nice, like I said, nice and convenient. But let's get to know Vohn Edwards a little bit more beyond just the hat lady or the hat designer or the fashion designer.
Well, outside of the passion for fashion and creative stuff, I love people, and it hurts me when something is not going right or somebody's victimizing somebody else. So I'm an activist in a way, like I speak out, and sometimes maybe it can affect business. I don't necessarily. But I'm the type of person who can work with anybody. Even I'm not really concerned in how you feel about me. But my thing is, if I can pass on something that can change that, I do it. And I have had people who said to me, "Oh, I didn't know," because I believe in getting to know the person instead of talking what somebody said to you and repeating or accepting what somebody said to you. I practice that. Right? So people can say anything about someone. I have to be involved with that person to accept that. You understand? So, and then even if I do learn that it's true, I'm not going to say that it's true. Right. So for me,
you stay out of the drama.
Exactly. So I love to. I'm not perfect, so I try to learn from the experiences that I get. And if I learn something from you and I see that it's working for you, I'm going to try and take that on. And see what I can do to improve my life. And I think that's part of the sisterhood that this program is about.
You know what we try to do here at QX Television and with all of our shows is to somehow be able to uplift, to enlighten, to let people know. And so we look for people like yourself who could have a conversation.
Yeah.
And to kind of get into there's a show we call Social Scrutiny, and that we sit down with people who we just want to get into their soul. So one of these days we may have you come back on there.
Right.
If she can find a time when this business starts kicking off, right?
But from my experiences, I've learned how to do like, production. So, and how to get, organized. So, and also, for every experience, whether it's bad or good, you learn something. So I don't take anything as a negative. Even with the stealing and all of that, I've learned a lot from all those things. So I don't hold anything against, I go to the next level. So in all of that, as you're saying, that production, I've learned how to better organize and prepare myself.
But let's tell the audience the truth how we met. So I've seen you online, like your name, and you made comments, and I was intrigued. Very outspoken like myself, and I was looking for a group of ladies to be part of my focus group for my network. I wanted a group of people, not just ladies, but a group of people that would look at the content and give some authentic feedback. What they think could improve, if they think something is not right, or,
Yes.
And you were one of the people, you are one of the people that do that part of my focus group. And you guys gave me some really, really great ideas. And some of them were things that it should have been so obvious, but it wasn't,
Yeah, but when you're in something, it's like me when I'm doing my hands. When you're in it so much, there are things sometimes you have to pull out. That's why I said my experiences helped me. Because I pulled away and I saw stuff. So it's similar. Yeah.
Right, so you've been very, very instrumental in that and helping us to kind of kick this thing into shape a little bit more. So, I believe in giving back. I believe in promoting. I believe in not to take somebody's idea and go steal it, but rather let me see what I can do to kind of uplift this person, give them some exposure. Because I think you're very talented and your hats are really, like I love this one that I just put together.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love this. I love this one. I absolutely love this one. I love this too because it has a kind of African print looking thing to it. Yeah. And this one, what I'm noticing is that this one has like a little thing on the top.
Yes, to match it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you can just bring it around. So this is great. So I like dealing with people who are, I like creative types because I'm that type of person. Like I wouldn't know how to thread a needle. Just say, don't know how to thread a needle.
Well, I had no choice. My grandmother started teaching me since I was about 6.
It's in your blood.
Yeah.
But with me, there are two things that I can't do, and you may look at me. I can't sew. And I can't braid hair. I'm the only black woman who can't.
No,
braid.
my sister can't braid hair either.
Oh no.
And you know her. So.
Okay. No,
so you're not alone.
I don't feel so bad. So this is a very small place because coming here, we were talking because you drove out to come to the studio to do this interview, and in talking we realized that we actually closely related. But we didn't, all of setting up and talking and so we had no clue. I had no clue who you really were.
It's like when you picked me up and we started talking and
but I was like,
as soon as I said Mother Crease, it just triggered everything.
Wait a minute. And I started to get like goosebumps. I was like, wait a minute, we're related. But when we have our focus group meetings, I like your energy. I liked it. When you told me you were coming to New York, I'm like, and you were going to be down here, for the Labor Day weekend. I'm like, come in the studio, let's do an interview, let's talk. And then you find out what you're doing with the hats. I'm like, bring them over, let's talk about it. So that was a really thing. But what keeps, let me ask you this question, what keeps that light? Like I'm seeing a light from you. Even your complexion is beautiful.
Thanks.
You have a smile, the cheekbones are absolutely gorgeous and high, right? But when you've been through things in life, and I'm not going to talk about some of the things you shared with me, but you've been through some things in life, like most of us, if you live long enough. But you're so effervescent. You're smiling. There's a light coming from you. Where does that come from?
I didn't understand my grandmother. She was always smiling, even when people were doing her wrong. And one day she says to me, "Darling, you have to find it in you to kill them with kindness."
Wow.
Yes. So, and it's not that it's being vindictive. It works better when you're kind to people. Like, when that's
you see, like me now, I'm nice to you, but if I find that you're nasty, you're done.
I wouldn't be nasty back though. I would cut
No, I
you
wouldn't be
off.
nasty. I'm cutting you.
Yes.
But that's
But I
I'm
keep
learning
it.
though. But I'm learning though
Yeah.
that that's not necessary.
No.
That's not necessarily the right way to be
No.
something. It depends on the degree.
And it took me a
of
long
the
time to
betrayal.
get here though.
Right.
I wasn't always, I mean, in
Yeah.
high school, I was fighting all the time. Everybody like, no. You know, even with the teachers, not fighting, but I would bring my point.
Yeah.
Oh, you're argumentative. I never took it as a negative. I said, but I was trying to show that, that yes, you're in your shoe. I could respect your shoe. I could, you know, help you polish your shoe. You have to respect my shoe too.
Right.
Because we all have experience. Okay, I put it this way. We're born, we know we're going to die. But it's what's in between here that's
That
important.
matters, yeah.
Exactly. So if I don't respect myself, and it's going to reflect on you, and I want you to come back to me with that respect so that I can live better and feel better. I'm not going to keep anything on me that's going to bring my living standards down.
Right.
So yes, there's a lot of people who don't appreciate me, but I'm not going to let that stay in my head because I
You
need
don't
to
let other
live.
people define you.
Yes.
That's what I hear you say. And
I
I think
need
that's
to
a
live.
positive
And you
way to
can't
look at it.
live. That's that. But it took me a long time to get there, and I find that, you know, people put negative things on you all the time that you don't even realize it's negative. Sometimes you even own it and you don't even realize it. But, you know, when I realize that I am, you know, that I am, it's that you are in control and you have to take the control. You can't let anybody else control you.
Okay, so on that note, we're going to end this interview, and we hope to have you back with us sometime. I really did enjoy the hats. I enjoyed talking to you, and even the conversation before. And I'm sure we're going to sit here and talk after we're done.
Yes.
I really enjoyed the conversation. So thank you, Vohn, for coming on
No problem.
Caribbean
And
News
I'm
Blast.
glad I found family.
Yes. And you know, we will certainly like to have you back on the next time, and continue to put your input in Caribbean
Yeah,
House
no
Talk,
problem.
not just Caribbean House Talk, but QXTV. So a lot of what you guys will be watching, how that determines what we show, how we show. She is one of the people behind who is giving positive feedback about what looks this way, what image are you trying to convey, is this necessary, is that necessary. So she's playing a very vital role.
Thank you.
All right. See you next show.